Let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 19th of November. Welcome back. I'm joining you from the United States. For those of you who are in Asia, good evening. If you're joining us from Europe, good afternoon. And if you're joining from the United States, good morning. It is a cold and frosty morning here. It's about 2 degrees centigrade. And so you can see I'm bundled up in my sweater and we have snow already on the ground. I don't know if we'll have a white Christmas, but it looks like we're going to have a white Thanksgiving. This Thursday will be Thanksgiving in the United States. So I won't be answering phone calls as much. I am not cooking because, as some of you know, I've been under the weather. So I actually ordered in all the food. So all I'm going to do is open up containers and heat up things and maybe throw a turkey in the oven. But I will not be cooking this year. I have a couple of my family will be here. My daughter's returning from university. And we have a couple of friends that are coming over who are very low key. So not a lot going on here. It will be kind of a quiet Thanksgiving this year. So today's talk is about focus and motivation and essential oils for that. And let's get started right away. Okay, so as you know, many of you know, my name is Elena Jordan. We've been doing this call for about 5 years now. I've been on a small break, and I'm very happy to be back to see all of you. And the ideas that are taken from this for this presentation are based on the book, Essential Oils Healthcare for Today, A Beginner's Guide. It is fondly called the LRP book because it helps you prepare your LRPs or to help others to prepare their LRPs. And if you don't know what an LRP is, it's a loyalty rewards program order. You can see the big blue dot on the right-hand side, the 90-day plan. So helping you to prepare your LRPs for 3 months based on a specific health issue that you may have. And it's broken into the top 50 health issues from A to Z. And a very easy guide whether you are a beginner or you're teaching beginners to get started. Okay, so today our topic is focus, motivation, and essential oils. And of course, we have our beloved blend, Motivate, which is a blend of citrus and mint. It's a great way for you to incorporate those two oils, all of those two categories of oils. And as we go through the different oils, you're going to see what types of oils can really help us to focus our brain. So you may have some of these blends, or you may have some of the individual oils that you can use to blend and make your own focus and concentration blends. So how many of us have sat down to work and felt a little bit about like this young man, unable to work, feeling a little tired, unable to concentrate, a lot of things on his mind? We want to make sure that we're able to manage our emotions, and we can do that easily through aroma. So emotions can influence the quality of our life, and aromas have the potential to change our mood and help us manage our emotions. So how do aromas interact with the brain to cause responses? And this is the important part because obviously we want to smell things that smell good, but we also want to be able to understand what's the reaction in the brain. So aroma is inhaled. It is picked up by the olfactory receptors in the nose. It's processed in the olfactory system, which controls our sense of smell. The neurons or nerve cells send nerve signals to the brain to identify the smell, and nerve signals are transmit information from the olfactory system to the limbic system, where memories and emotions are stored. And the limbic system is obviously part of the brain. And then finally, the limbic system produces a response. Now, it seems like these 6 steps are kind of long and involved, but they're actually done almost immediately. We smell something and then we have a response to it. And that can be something positive or negative. How many of you have gone into a store or been around something that's not pleasant smelling, and within minutes we begin to have, maybe even seconds, we begin to have a response that either is positive or negative. Okay, so how can essential oils promote feelings of focus? So we want to talk about ways that they can produce feelings of focus. And I think the first thing we want to think about is how we inhale our essential oils to actually create that idea of focusing and concentration. So our number one way to use essential oils when we're talking about focus and concentration is by using a diffuser. And these 4 blends are just some quick ones. Part of the reason why we like these is that they blend usually an herbaceous blend with perhaps a flower or a citrus. You can also add in a mint. So you're talking herbs, flowers, citrus, and a mint. So when we look at the upper left-hand corner, basil and lavender, we're looking obviously at an herb and a flower. Lower left, lavender, bergamot, and lemon, we're looking at a flower and 2 citrus. Upper right, mint, balance, which is a great way for us to focus the brain and kind of soothe ourselves if we're feeling unsettled. And then finally, coriander, another herb. And then lower left, we've got 2 mints, the spearmint and the peppermint, can make for a feeling of brightness or alertness. And then basil, which is our herby blend. So our herbs can help us to feel rooted, can help us to feel balanced. Our mints can help us with brightness and focus, and also a sense of concentration. And then finally, our flowers can help to balance us out and not feel nervous if we're not feeling focused. Essential oils and motivation. So we can have intrinsic motivation, so that's from the inside, of course, and extrinsic motivation. So extrinsic motivation can be someone who says, hey, let's go to the gym. Wouldn't this be a great idea? We want to stay healthy. Intrinsic could be that you begin to motivate yourself. You set your alarm clock. You have an inner monologue. You use the insight timer, which is what I was talking to you about before. And you begin to have self-talk, which allows you to motivate yourself. And how do our essential oils help us with motivation? Well, they help us in a couple of different ways. Number one, obviously, is they act on the brain. And number 2 is as we begin to have associations, positive associations with a specific essential oil, our brain begins to go in sort of auto drive, if you will, so that the link between that particular smell and the positive motivation begins to become almost automatic, which is why I encourage you to have almost a signature scent. If you have something that's working for you and is motivating you, then you should stick with it. If you find that it's not working for you anymore, then vary it up, but begin to vary it by category. So I've talked many times about how every morning I take 2 drops of frankincense and 2 drops of grapefruit underneath my tongue. If for whatever reason I found that that wasn't working, especially the essential oil of grapefruit, I would begin to look at other types of citrus oils, whether they are orange, lemon, lime, and begin to vary. And even just varying that one oil of the 2 can make for a totally different profile and can help to motivate me and boost my courage and willingness to work. So diffuser blends for motivation, and here we're talking again about a lot of citrus oils. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, we also added black pepper. I would probably add pink pepper in there as well, or as a substitute. Frankincense, of course, bergamot, which is one of our citrus oil, and now we begin to see the fir oils. And we see the fir oils here because they are balancing, strengthening, and also can keep us grounded. So when we're not feeling motivated, sometimes we can be a little bit all over the place. We can be very flighty, and the wood oils can help to ground us. Bottom left, grapefruit, lime, and Douglas fir. Upper right, elevation blend, lime, and motivate actually blended together. So you're gonna get a little extra citrus there by blending in the lime and the elevation with the motivate. And then finally, bottom right, cheer and citrus bliss, which I think is called sunny citrus or sunny sunrise in Asia. And don't be afraid to blend 2 blends. Don't be afraid to blend a blend with additional oils. So if something is not exactly to your liking, so for example, citrus bliss sometimes for me is a little bit sweet smelling, and I don't always love that. But when I add in additional citrus, it really is very inviting for me. So don't be afraid to add in another citrus oil or another oil that you like to a blend that you already are using. Okay, so how to use essential oils for focus and motivation. We want to carry them with us. It's important that we use the roll-ons, or we make our own roll-ons, applying them to the back of the neck, behind the ears, on the wrists. In the morning before we're leaving the house, we're applying the oils to our heart, perhaps underneath our clothes, also the soles of our feet. We want to make sure that if we are using these oils on a daily basis, we have them available to us. And especially when we're talking about children, it may be important for us to apply the oils at least twice a day to a child. In the morning before they go to school, and then again at night before they sit down to do homework and really settle down. If you're an adult and you're working, or you are at home, or even in an office situation, you can carry those oils or keep them in your desk. You can also have a small diffuser next to your desk if that's permitted in your office. And make sure that you're getting exposure to the oils throughout the day. So uplifting essential oils, uplifting and energizing, include, as we talked about before, some of the citrus, but here's a quick list: bergamot, blue tansy, Douglas fir, grapefruit, fennel, lemon, lime, peppermint, tangerine, and wild orange. I would add into this list green mandarin. And I would probably even add pink pepper in here, but I would definitely add green mandarin. And for those of you who got the special last month, I would add the citrus oils that we got, the kumquat and the red mandarin and the, I can't remember the third one right now, but the 3 citrus oils that you got would definitely be included in this category. Calming essential oils. So this is sometimes when we can't focus, we're just basically flying all over the place and not able to settle down and really work deeply. These include basil, bergamot, cilantro, coriander. We talked a lot about the herbs, clary sage, jasmine, lavender, neroli. Again, we're talking about our flower oils here. Petitgrain, which is in the citrus category. Roman chamomile, which is a flower, spikenard, and vetiver. And we know that spikenard was an oil that was used in the Bible, used for calming and soothing. And vetiver we very often use for sleep. So these oils can all be very calming and soothing. So here's a few application ideas. We can diffuse basil to promote a sense of focus while studying, reading, or completing other tasks that require mental clarity. Motivate to promote feelings of confidence, courage, and belief while counteracting negative emotions like doubt and pessimism. Diffuse frankincense during your morning yoga practice to focus your intention for the day, which goes back to what I was telling you about Tony Robbins. Perhaps I should be using some frankincense in a diffuser as I'm setting my intentions for the day. I usually put my frankincense under my tongue, so I think that's going to work, but diffusing frankincense really is ideal. You want to inhale or diffuse peppermint oil for a pick-me-up, or rub on the temples for an energy boost. To boost energy and uplift mood, rub a drop of wild orange between the palms. Inhale the aroma slowly. Many of us start our classes this way, which is a great way if people are coming to a class after a long, busy day, or they're tired, to get them settled in to learn and to really focus. And finally, use Intune, one of our favorite blends, to enhance and sustain a sense of focus when you have difficulty paying attention and staying on task. So now let's talk about kids. And here's where I'm going to talk about the new kids line. I think it's important for us to know. And this looks a little bit about my daughter. She was always in dream world when she was little. She'd have her pencils and she'd be tapping her pencil and looking up into the sky. She's gone on to be a very wonderful focused student, but in the beginning, it was a little bit hard for her to sit and really and get down to work. So the fresh aroma of coriander makes it both relaxing and stimulating. Your child is working on an important project, diffuse coriander nearby. And as we know, coriander is one of the ingredients in Intune. When your child is practicing an instrument, a musical instrument, learning a new skill, or needs help concentrating, diffuse peppermint or spearmint nearby to help the child stay alert and invigorated. This is a tip that I wish I had known when my children were practicing piano. If your children have difficulty getting ready in the morning, considering placing a citrus essential oil like lemon or lime in the diffuser before they wake up to help give them a jump start. So we talk a lot about diffusing. You want to make sure that you are sizing the diffuser appropriately for the space that your child is working in. You don't want a diffuser that's too big or too small. So make sure you're looking at the size of your diffuser. And if you're not sure, talk to the person that invited you to this call. Okay, so here, let's talk a little bit about the kids line. And I'm only going to talk about 3 of the oils today, the ones that are specifically for focus and motivation. So the first one is Steady. Steady evokes a calm and balanced mood. It helps promote feelings of relaxation and calm, and it helps focus the mind on what is most important. Blend includes amyris, balsam fir, coriander, and magnolia, and all of the blends in the children's line are blended in a base of fractionated coconut oil. These blends are just now available as singles, so you don't have to worry. If you want to purchase the entire kit, it is 85 PV and $95 wholesale. But purchasing them individually is now possible. Okay, what does Steady do? Amyris that's in Steady has a rich aroma. It's deep without being overpowering. It reduces anxious and stressful feelings. Balsam fir is a gentle aroma, has grounding benefits, and also soothing to the skin. Amyris and balsam fir together are warm wood oils that help manage feelings of stress while reducing occasional anxiousness. And the coriander and magnolia are excellent for promoting feelings of calmness and well-being. And actually in one of the earlier slides, I should have added magnolia for calming. Okay, let's talk now about Thinker. The primary benefits is that it instills a sense of alertness and focus. It can prevent mental distraction, reduce feelings of mental stress, includes vetiver, peppermint, clementine, and rosemary, again, in a fractionated coconut oil base. Thinker helps kids prevent mental distraction, instills a sense of alertness and focus, can help reduce feelings of mental stress. You want to roll it on and inhale it to promote a sense of clarity and alertness, and to promote learning and support creativity. Apply Thinker during study time. And finally, Calmer. The other thing I want you to take note of is that the essential oils are color-coded. So just like this one is purple, like Serenity, the yellow is more like Motivate, and the, I can't remember the first color. I'm not going to go back for now. But just look at your colors, and they're going to be similar to your color. I think it was the green. The green is similar to Intune. So Calmer is perfect to use before bedtime to calm the mind for restful sleep, provides soothing and relaxing feelings throughout the body, and promotes a positive, stress-free mood. It includes lavender, cananga, Buddha wood, and Roman chamomile, again in fractionated coconut oil. Calmer helps your mind to rest at the end of the day when you're ready to sleep, creates a restful atmosphere conducive to sleep, promotes a positive and stress-free mood, and provides soothing and relaxing feelings in a child's body. So you want to try this perhaps after an evening bath for your child. Perhaps if they've come home from school and they are anxious, this might be a wonderful way to help them to settle down. Okay, last one, Brave. Energizing and invigorating to the senses, supports a positive mood by helping to manage feelings of stress or anxiousness, promotes feelings of confidence, courage, and belief in oneself. Wild orange, amyris, osmanthus, and cinnamon. Amyris is a fantastic grounding oil that reduces anxious feelings. Wild orange is cleansing to the emotions and uplifting to the mood. Cinnamon has an invigorating aroma and instills feelings of strength and power to overcome obstacles or challenges. And osmanthus has a fruity floral aroma and is perfect for encouraging positive can-do feelings. As you can hear, my voice is going, so we're going to try to get to the end. Okay, so for meditation, you want to diffuse calming oils like lavender. You want to use doTERRA Balance aromatically or topically while meditating to promote harmony. Apply clary sage to the pulse points, neck and wrists to promote a calm atmosphere for meditation. Apply 1 to 2 drops of spikenard to the back of the neck or to the temples to promote feelings of calmness and relaxation when you're meditating or praying. And use vetiver as an earthy base note in your meditation diffuser blend for grounding effect on the emotions. Promote focus and motivation by combining essential oils with other helpful practices: exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep. I often find that if I am working late at night, when I finally turn off the computer, it is difficult for me to fall asleep. And I'm sure many of you have found the same experience. Also, if I don't exercise enough, if I don't get enough fresh air, if I've eaten a lot of junk or maybe too much heavy food right before bed, all of these things don't allow me to sleep, relax, or focus. Questions I'm going to take at the end. So if you want to start writing in the chat, you can write in the chat right now. And then I want to jump right now. One more thing. So additional resources. If you go to doterra.com, you can find the ebook, Focus, Motivation, and Essential Oils, from which many of the ideas on this presentation are taken, except for the ideas on the children's essential oils. That was something that I added myself, but a wonderful ebook, and you can pass it along to your team. It is completely free of charge. So now many of you know that we are falling into BOGOs this week. doTERRA Buy One, Get One are back from today through the 23rd, Friday. So Monday through Friday of this week. If you buy one oil, you will get a second one for free. So I'm going to encourage you. Oh, wait, actually, before I talk to you about that, I realize my slides are out of order. I want to encourage you to meet up with friends, because if you do so, you can save on the shipping. So what do I mean? If I have 4 friends, we each decide that we're going to order the BOGOs on a single day. At the end of the week, then we sit down and we exchange BOGOs and whatever small amounts of money that to balance out the accounts. And then we also can create community by getting together with our friends. Some of you already posted, so this is what I was talking about, save on shipping with friends. We want to try to promote a spirit of community during the end of the year. I think it's important for us to get together. You want to think about getting together with friends over a cup of hot chocolate or a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and just really talking to them, being in service to them. I was lucky enough the other night, 2 nights ago, I actually had an early dinner with some friends. It was actually the first time I'd been out of the house in so long. And it was just really lovely to be able to talk to them and to just have some relaxing time. And interestingly enough, I did not really want to talk about essential oils, but by the end of the meal, they were asking me questions about recommendations I might have for different concerns that they have. And it really felt good to just be in service to others. I know sometimes that this business can be very go, go, go. I know for those of you who are in Diamond Club, my hat is off to you. I know you have worked super hard over these last few months, and you're in the home stretch. I admire you, and I'm so proud of you. Our job as essential oil wellness advocates is to be in service to others and to help them to achieve good health. And I want you to have that spirit now during the Thanksgiving season, and also especially during BOGO week. Don't get into a frenzy, although I know it's easy to do. Every day is more exciting than the next. But please also keep in mind that there are many people out there that need information about how to use the oils. They really do not know. So let's educate, educate, educate. So on that note, today's BOGO is, if you buy an 15 milliliter On Guard, you will get a 15 milliliter Breathe for free. And so in the spirit of education, here we go. So protect yourself with On Guard and Breathe. doTERRA On Guard has cleansing properties. It can help to boost immune health. It promotes feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. It is energizing, uplifting, and purifying, and it minimizes seasonal threats. When you get your Breathe, it promotes a restful night's sleep because you're able to breathe properly, of course. It minimizes seasonal threats, promotes clear airways and easy breathing. acts as respiratory support, calms the senses, and has a refreshing aroma. I want you to try this. Apply doTERRA Breathe and doTERRA On Guard to your chest for the added 1-2 punch your body needs to minimize seasonal threats and to promote feelings of clear airways. And I will say that during this whole process of being under the weather and not working, so many of you contacted me with really great tips on things to do, and I'm going to be talking about some of those tips next week. Some of them were really far out, I have to tell you, but I tried them all. Some of them were extremely effective, and I think just the combination of the essential oils and all the love and prayers and support that all of you sent me have helped me to get better really very, very quickly. Okay, so I want to thank you all for being here and wish you a wonderful week. It's going to be beautiful this week wherever you are, and it's going to be beautiful because you are there. I am so very thankful for all of you, and this year at Thanksgiving, I will be praying for you and remembering you just because we're together and we're able to walk this journey together. So thank you for serving me and this team, and always acting on behalf of all the people in your team and all of us really here together. And I want to just welcome anybody who's brand new, and also thank you for and have a wonderful week. Okay, so I'm going to now stop the share. Whoops, sorry. And actually I have a cute, I don't know, can you see this? You've probably seen this one already. Let me show you my quick, there we go. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna play it one more time. Whoops. It's BOGO week, yay. So if you go to doTERRA.com, doTERRA Facebook page, you will see the postings for each individual day, and you'll be able to keep track of the BOGOs. I personally will be posting on Oil Camp alumni. Many of you have already gone through Oil Camp, and I know that you'll be also posting on your individual pages and team pages. This video will be posted on Team Power Diamond as well.